two men climbed a remote hill, put on homemade lead masks, and died. Next to their bodies, a cryptic note predicted the exact minute of their deaths. Were they waiting for a signal from another world, or what? August 1966. Two ordinary men climbed a remote hill in Brazil. They carried no weapons, no camping equipment, no food, just a handwritten set of instructions. A few hours later, both would be dead. There were no signs of violence, no struggle, no obvious cause of death. And beside their bodies, investigators found a note that seemed to predict exactly what would happen. Nearly 60 years later, nobody knows what they were waiting for, or what killed them. 3 days later, a local boy was flying a kite near a hill known as Morro de Vintém. At first, he thought he was looking at sleeping hikers, but something felt wrong. The men weren't moving. When police arrived, the mystery deepened immediately. The two bodies were lying side by side. Both wore formal suits, both wore waterproof raincoats, and covering their eyes were strange homemade masks cut from sheets of lead. Nothing appeared stolen. No signs of a robbery, no signs of an attack. It was as if they had simply laid down and never gotten back up. But why? Why would two electronics technicians climb a remote hillside wearing metal masks over their eyes? The answer only makes the mystery stranger. The victims were Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira de Cruz. They weren't criminals, they weren't fugitives, they weren't involved in any known conflict. To everyone around them, they appeared completely ordinary. By day, they worked as electronics technicians, but outside work, the two men shared an unusual fascination: spiritualism, psychic phenomena, and experiments involving communication with unknown forces. Friends later described their interest as intense. Some even believed the men were searching for proof that another reality existed beyond our own. And that raises a troubling question. If they were supposedly traveling to buy electronic equipment, why did they end up on a remote hill instead? Police would soon discover a clue, one that changed everything. Near the bodies, investigators found a notebook. Inside, a short handwritten message, just a few lines. But those few lines would become legendary. The note read, 4:30 p.m., be at the specified location. 6:30 p.m., ingest capsules. After the effect, protect metals. Await signal. Mask. That was it. No explanation, no signature, no indication of what signal they expected, or who had written the instructions. The note mentioned capsules. Capsules that may have held the answer to everything. But investigators made a mistake that may have destroyed the truth forever. The authorities made a catastrophic error. By the time toxicology testing was considered, it was already too late. The bodies had begun to decompose. Critical evidence was lost. If poison was involved, nobody could prove it. If drugs were involved, nobody could prove that either. The one clue most likely to solve the case vanished before it could be analyzed. As investigators searched for answers, witnesses began reporting something even stranger. Lights, unusual lights, seen hovering above the hill that same night. Were the lights connected, or were they simply a distraction from the real explanation? To this day, nobody knows. The most grounded theory is also one of the saddest. Some investigators believe the men voluntarily consumed psychedelic substances. They may have been attempting a spiritual experience, perhaps enlightenment, Perhaps contact with something they believed was real. And the lead masks? They may have expected a powerful flash of light, one bright enough to damage their eyes. But if that's true, what exactly killed them? Others believe the answer lies somewhere far stranger. The men were known to discuss UFOs, and multiple witnesses reported unexplained lights near the hill. According to this theory, the signal mentioned in the note wasn't coming from another person. It was coming from something else, something they expected to arrive from the sky. There is no evidence proving that claim, but there is one fact that keeps the theory alive. No conventional explanation fully fits the evidence. Nearly 60 years have passed. The lead masks case remains unsolved. Nobody knows what was inside the capsules. Nobody knows what signal the men expected. Nobody knows why they wore lead masks. And perhaps most disturbing of all, nobody knows how they died. Two men followed a mysterious set of instructions. They reached the designated location. They put on their masks, and they waited for something, a signal, a message, an event. Whatever happened next left no answers behind, only questions and a mystery that refuses to die.